If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Twitter's accusing Jermaine Dupri of stealing Drake's dance, and Tory Lanez gives back. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, so this whole situation is crazy. So that was a clip of Usher doing a dance called The Sauce, right? It's a new dance that Jermaine Dupri, I guess created or came out with because he's doing like a whole challenge for his new single called The Sauce. So he wants people to do like the Sauce challenge, right? And it's funny as hell because, it's a lot of people like online doing the Sauce challenge and everything like that. But all of a sudden, yesterday Twitter started accusing Jermaine Dupri of stealing or biting Drake's Toosie slide, right? A lot of people are basically like looking at it, examining like the footwork, and it's 1-2 here, and then you slide to the left, and then 1-2 there, and you slide to the right, and they're like, well, this looks very similar to Drake's Toosie slide. I can't believe you Jermaine Dupri bit off of Drake, right? And okay, fine, right? It does look similar to Toosie slide, but for me, in my opinion, personally, I don't think that Jermaine Dupri really like seeing Toosie slide and just decided that he wanted to steal Drake's dance, right? So Jermaine Dupri actually sees this and goes on Twitter and responds to what everyone is saying, right? So he's basically like, so it's a lot of clowns coming onto my IG page saying that I stole Drake's dance. I posted this video on March 21st and Drake came out with his song on April 3rd, right? Which is true, right? So I did the research and Jermaine Dupri dropped this before Drake dropped it, right? So if anything, did Drake steal Jermaine Dupri's dance and then just remake it and call it the Toosie slide? But I don't think that happened either, right? There are only but so many damn dances out there, right? And to be honest with you, to create a new dance is something that's very, very hard, and it's not anything that like any rapper could just do out of the blue like that, especially if they're not a professional dancer, right? So a lot of these are just old remakes of old dances, right? So, all right, fine. If you want to say Jermaine Dupri bit off of Drake, well, really, Drake bit off Jermaine Dupri, but both of them bit off the cha-cha slide, right? Because the cha-cha slide, you do a little footwork and you slide to the left, right? You slide to the right. And even more than that, they all, bit off a Step in the Name of Love by R. Kelly, right? If you want to be technical, and that, bit off of the electric slide, right? So if you want to really get technical, and the electric slide damn near bit off of that old racist cartoon from like Warner Brothers back in the day. It was like topping them around and doing bro, which is like a little slide kind of thing. Anyway, I think like black people have always been doing a two-step and a slide since the beginning of time, right? And it's crazy, right? Because a lot of dances are repeated. So even the shmoney dance that Bobby Shmurda was doing and shit like that kind of looks like the Diddy bop that Diddy used to do back in the 90s or whatever like that. And this dance that Fabio Foreign be doing and shit like that definitely looks like an old dance that I haven't seen years ago, right? So it's like dances keep on getting repeated, and I don't think anybody stole anything from any damn body. But hey, that's just my opinion, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Today, Grammy-nominated singer and rapper Tory Lanez will launch a COVID-19 relief fund with Amazon.
When my album was coming out, I had made a bunch of shirts that had quarantine radio merch on them and stuff like that, and I promised myself that I'd give a percentage of those proceeds to any COVID-19 relief fund. We went out, we bought 100,000 diapers and meals for people in, and the fund is called the Dream Center Fund, and our funding is actually called Dream City. So it's Dream City and Dream Center coming together and basically donating 100,000 diapers and meals to people in need.
All right, this is fire because this is a direct response to Tory Lanez's Quarantine Radio, right? Which was super popular, right? Quarantine Radio broke records. They had, Drake on there. They had like stripper contests. They had all kind of stuff on there, right? And Tory Lanez gained a couple more million followers on Instagram, Twitter, and also a bunch more streams because of this, right? He even dropped an album during this whole thing, and he's out of his record deal now, so he's fully independent, right? So this is great. So one would say that the coronavirus, even though it's horrible and bad and tragic and stopped a lot of people's money, for Tory Lanez specifically, it kind of almost made it him greater, bigger, and better, right? So of course Tory Lanez is grateful for this, and what he's gonna do is donate a lot of money. He didn't really say the exact percentage, but it's gonna be a certain percentage of the money that he got from Quarantine Radio merchandise, because he didn't really get paid from Quarantine Radio itself. It's not like Instagram's gonna send you a check for doing something on your live, but the merchandise from Quarantine Radio, I'm sure, has made a bunch of money, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So he's like, you know what, I'm donating a certain percentage to people who are affected by coronavirus. So, meals for, families. He said he's gonna buy, I think, like 100,000 diapers for kids, basically families who are not working, who can't afford to buy the necessities that they need because you gotta stay home and not go to work. Some people even got laid off, so Tory Lanez is gonna donate that money to them, or diapers to them, to help those people out, right? Which is really cool and dope, man. I think that Tory Lanez always like fine, and the reason why, for other people they're not making money but Tory Lanez is because Tory Lanez is always finding like a way to like be great, right? If you put up an obstacle, it seems like he ain't gonna let that shit stop him, right? So the bigger the obstacle, the more successful I guess Tory Lanez is gonna end up being, which is fucking crazy. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.